Hey YouTube, hey Facebook, hey Instagram, hey Galaxy Grandma in the world. Me to you. Just want to thank you for sharing, and subscribing to my page. And please, please continue. I thank you so very much. In matter of my song called Step on the Can. When I thought of making this song, Step on the Can, I was actually at home in the living room with my daughter, and we were just reminiscing on how I was when we were teaching. We are both out of the teaching field, but we were thinking about how it was when we had our classrooms, when we worked in the public school, when we worked in the private school, when we worked in a Christian academy, and also when I had my little small daycare school and daycare as well. And we were just reminiscing on the kids and how much fun it was teaching the children and doing different things for them. And my daughter was like, Mom, remember when you used to get the cans and stuff and buy stuff for the kids? I said, oh my goodness. Remember we used to step on them cans? I'm talking about we stepped on cans for years in my classroom, because it was like some things throughout my school of teaching the children. The school didn't have the funds to get, or either we were doing it for our own project, or just because we knew that it was things that we wanted to have extra in our programs and stuff. So one of my ideas was to come and start smashing cans, because I learned that as a child, as a young child, smashing the cans. So what I did was I said, you know what? Let's do a trip with the kids, because we would have to take the kids out anyway to get their walk around the neighborhood so they could be familiar with their surroundings that they're at. And also, other than that surroundings, then if it wasn't their parents, then they would yell and scream and yell fire. Something we would tell the kids different things that do, because we let them know nobody's just going to grab your hand and take you walking nowhere. These are the boundary lines. And if you're going over there, then that person not supposed to be with you. So we always just try to educate our children in love and caring factors. So anyway, I got into stepping on cans because a child in my classroom one day came to school, and they were sad, down, and they're usually a spunky child. So I'm like, oh my goodness, So when I got to talk to the child and everything, I realized that it was their birthday. It wasn't at school. They wasn't at school, but they didn't do anything for their birthday, and they were so disappointed. And they were young. They was like 4 or 5, around that age, years old or somewhere around there, and it broke my heart. I'm like, what is going on at, that minute? So I didn't get all into the detail, because, I'm like, well, that child's usually happy, so something must have had to happen. But I'm going to cheer him up, and I'm going to make sure that everybody's cool with it and nobody knows anything, the reason why I'm doing this party or anything. We're just going to use it as a day of caring, and we called it a day of caring, and that's what we're going to do at that time. And I wasn't Galaxy Grandma then, and I didn't take it as a song, Stepping on a Can. I was just in my classroom with my daughter, and we was talking about the young man, and I was like, hold up, we're going to do a thing of caring, for real though. So anyway, and with boys, it's still kind of hard too. They understand, but then again, they don't understand. And then sometimes, we as mothers sometimes think the boy, even if he comes up as a man, he's strong right from the beginning. But, they do have their little moments where they need that affection, and it doesn't them at all as being a man. And that day he was feeling a little sad within himself. He understood whatever his parents told him, but he said, I'm going to have my party another day. It's just that I didn't have it on my birthday. And I was like, that right there told me that his parents was taking care of some serious issues, and that at least he knew that they wasn't going to forget about him, So, but it still poured my heart out to say, we going to do something too, you know what I'm saying? So I told my daughter said, well, we got to take the kids out today and we can get some cans and stuff today. You know how they like to be looking for stuff. So I was like, yeah. So then I'm like, yeah, baby, that's right. No. So we decided, okay, then what we're going to do, we're going to go out and make a fun of it. I said, yeah, let's say step on the cans. Let's just step on the cans and let's just have some fun. Step on the can. I was saying that. Then I was like, shoot, step on the can, put the cash in here. So, but that was just something we had said back then, but I didn't really get like to make anything out of it until I'm 60 now, okay? But anyway, I think I may have did it before 60, like in my 50s going into 60, but I'm just saying like years later. So, but anyway, to get back to the thing was, so we would make it all the time, do it all the time. So when we would go out with the kids, we would say, okay, we're going to have a get together. But I would know when the child birthday was. I start paying attention more now. When was my kids' birthdays and stuff. And that's how I say kids can help you as well as a babe. All the way, I believe even a babe can help you, So that kind of got me to start paying attention to their birthdays and stuff. And me and my daughter were planning a little something because that's a special day to us. Birthdays, it's when you're born, and like who so many people in this world and other countries don't even know their birthdays when they was actually born, But thank God we do, so we celebrate it. So anyway, so what I did was I said to my daughter, it came out really so well. We got the cans and everything, and it was pretty good. I put a couple dollars to it, but it was still all good. It was the purpose of getting the kids to have fun, step on cans, and just enjoy themselves about something that they accomplished, and it was helping bring in some goodies to the classroom. And they was like, oh, their eyes was all wide up like, wow, we did this. This is our money. We brought this stuff, because I would let them make the little list. Okay, let's make the shopping list. What we going to get? Miss Kim going to get it for y'all and bring it here. So they would put their little stuff in. I said, okay, I'm going to try to make it where we can get this, this, and this. And they're like, okay. So I did that for many years. And then just all of a sudden, me and my daughter was reminiscing over it. And we did it, just because we felt like that one child in our classroom caught our attention, and he was a good student, and that wasn't just because he caught our attention for being a good student. He was just a part of our classroom. And we like to know what's going on around us. So anything that was out of place, we would figure it out, like something's not right here. So God blessed us that day, and we learned a lot, and we had wisdom, and we had cheer, and we came up with a new routine to go outside and smash them cans. We would just say, go outside and smash them cans. They would say, let's go outside and smash them cans. But the step on the can part came when me and my daughter was reminiscing and talking about it. I said we were stepping on them cans. We'd step on the can, get that cash up in here. So, we was just reminiscing, and God gave it to me in a song. But the inspiration was coming from thinking about my kids and the different years that I put in with the children, the different children faces. I mean, we had parties for kids from ages 3 years old all the way to ages like 15 years old, because those were mainly the children I pretty much put time in and stuff like that. So stepping on cans, they all learned it, at least being around me in my classroom or whatever I was doing. We learned how to raise money, that we won't be a burden on other people and stuff like that there, but we will also be joyful to ourselves in raising the money. So that's how really Step on the Can started. It was more of a cry factor, a silent cry, looking at a child's face and looking at a child that I knew that had more spunk in them. And I didn't know if if he was sick or if he was somebody said something to him or what was going on with him, but he just wasn't totally himself, and he was just a little disappointed. And we fixed that disappointment. He was like, oh, we touching my mama, and then they're going to give me a party too. And he was just so happy. And we did that for him that day at lunchtime because it was early morning when we found out, and we took our morning walk and got the little stuff. It was just God worked it all out, and it was beautiful. And then the mom, she came and she had shed tears. You know, I didn't expect that she was going to, shed tears and cry a little bit, but she said, yeah, they was moving, and, and they really want to have a nice party for him and stuff like that and everything. And I was like, well, I knew it had to be something, and so anyway, so she said, boy, when her son told her, she said, man, she was like crying. She was like, honey, I can't believe this. And so she said she had to come up personally and thank me and stuff like that. And she did. And even the dad came. Both of them came. And it was blissful, And I said, yeah, because, I just always try to watch my kids and just watch what I'm doing and stuff like that. They make their life happy, because that's what I'm here for, to teach them and also give them joy, And it's like, yeah, because they used to call me Joy Bills. But anyway, that was it. That's the whole really nut and caboodle of everything that made that conspire. But not only that, I got even a second inspiration, just living life here after I got grown in Florida. A lot of things came in and I just felt like I had to step on again to get through it, and pretty soon, believing God that the cash gonna come in my hand, you feel me, of being back on board of freedom again. And when it's cash in your hand, it means to me deliverance. It could be from cans or it could be from being delivered. It's truly how you want to take the song, being free, basically. Being free, And so that's it. So mother, father, sister, brother, family, kin, join. With the cherry cola, Coca-Cola, orange or grape, just step on the can. Put the cash in your hand. Have some fun. Get the work done. All right, you guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Throw it in the bin, throw it in the bin, throw it in the bin, that's right. Don't let it slide, make the future bright, alright. Reuse what you can, take pride in your stride. Green's the way, we're making it right. Galaxy Grandma's here, let's ignite.
To save the world from Earth to the universe.